What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome to the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show. We get some day baseball here on Wednesday. We're looking at the 5-game DraftKings early slate. As you can see, DraftKings has 6 listed, but they are not counting the Guardians-Twins game on this slate. So 2-10 game there, Cleveland, Minnesota off the slate. Gives us our Seattle White Sox game as the latest game here. That one also has some potential rain, so I guess we'll watch that one as well. This 5-gamer could be a 4-game main slate here, James. We will have a live show. The main slate on DraftKings starts at 6:45 p.m. We'll be live at 5 p.m., and we'll have a playbook out for that main slate. So if you guys are tuning in for this early slate preview and have questions for lineups, make sure you get in that Discord. You get that 7-day free trial QR code right there. You can get in our Discord for free and get help with your lineup construction there. Grande, Hunter Brown is $10,500. He is $2,000 more expensive than the next pitcher on the slate. On a 4/5 game slate, what do we expect the Hunter Brown ownership to be against Tampa Bay? Day baseball in Tampa Bay here, mind you.
Yeah, I mean, I still expect it to be pretty high considering the Hunter Brown strikes everybody out and every other out that he records is on the ground. So I still expect it to be incredibly high and people just jam as much Hunter Brown as they can and then figure out the rest of the slate from there.
I mean, if you were picking a Cy Young Award winner right now, it'd be Hunter Brown, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
There's a guy.
1.4 ERA.
You know who leads the league?
0.83?
You know who leads the league in that category?
Who's that?
Max Fried.
You think Max Fried wins the Cy Young? Yankees bias?
I'm just saying he has a 1.04 ERA or 1.2. Look, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Hunter Brown and Max Fried in the American League are 1 and 2, and Skubal is right there too. And we'll see how it ends. One of Hunter Brown has either been 1 or 2. Like it's your.
I was gonna say, for the sake of this show, it doesn't actually matter at all. What does matter is getting Hunter Brown probably in your lineups.
Yes.
Max Myers really struggled after a couple of good starts to start the year. You're not going to get him, I don't think, against the Cubbies. Weathers actually looked pretty good today, throwing 99 miles an hour all of a sudden. You have Cade Horton, who didn't pitch well in his last start with Miami here. Sugano obviously had looked well for a big pitches deep into games. Gave up the one with the 3-run homer, I think it was in that last start. Really the only thing that got to him here. This is not a good pitching slate outside of Hunter Brown. So figuring out where you want to go, like a low strikeout guy in Sugano. Shane Smith has looked pretty good, but you got the White Sox. Hauser's pitching really well right now. So, maybe Shane Smith is where you'll take a look here at 7K, but I mean, this doesn't look. This is going to be another tough short slate where I just wish we could pitch Gavin Williams.
Yeah, that is true. I know Max Meyer has been on paper a little disappointing. There's been a lot of peripheral stats that suggest that he hasn't been this bad. Obviously, the Athletic start was terrible. That one you could just chalk up as bad start, but he still gets a lot of ground balls. Still strikes a lot of people out. On a short slate, I'd be willing to test it. Same thing with Cade Horton, just for the talent. Top prospect, really good pitching prospect, hasn't looked great. And one of them was against the Mets, and he didn't start the game. He had an opener because they were worried about him facing Lindor, Soto, and Alonso in his first ever inning. And then he didn't look good against the White Sox, but Miami is obviously can be pretty anemic. I don't mind Sugano. We just know that like the 8 strikeouts were a bit of an aberration because he hasn't gotten close to that in any other start he's really made this year.
Yeah.
So to bank on that would be a little bit of on someone's behalf. But like you can obviously go there if you want. There's not a lot of good pitchers, and Milwaukee is a pretty subpar offense. You could probably say the same thing on the other side of this game. Like Patrick has been subpar in the strikeout department. The Baltimore offense hasn't been great outside of really Gunnar and Jackson Holiday. That's like the extent of how good they've been. So you take a shot on one of those pitchers. I don't think you're necessarily wrong on the Shane Smith point either. I think, look, he obviously 6 runs, only 1 earned against the Cubs. Double-digit fantasy points in 5 straight and all but 1 start. So 8 of his 9. Like if you got double-digit fantasy points on this slate,
right?
7K from your SP2, it feels pretty good. I cannot give up Taj Bradley no matter how hard he tells me I should.
Yeah, I mean, at Miami, and he got lit. So,
and like he was cruising until he wasn't. And now it's a day game in this ballpark, and that's not a fun thing. I'm not enjoying it. But
I don't know the weatherman, John. You keep talking. I'll pull up the Tampa weather here.
Should we let you do this? Should I be the one pulling up the weather? Like,
no, I got it. I will say this though: it's a high of 92, which obviously isn't great for
no Steinbrenner Field.
Winds blowing out 12 miles an hour, 90 degrees.
Here's going to be the test, okay? Because I need to know how righties are doing against Taj Bradley this year.
Okay.
Because that's all that Houston has to throw at him. Right? Because like they don't have anything else. Righties. So tell me what you think of this, because I don't know.
Okay.
185 ISO. 149 expected ISO.
Okay.
360 WOBA, 326 expected WOBA. He has a nearly 13% swinging strike rate against righties, yet only 18% strikeout rate. So like a lot of that stuff sounds really good. The surface level looks bad. 149, 185 ISO, 360 WOBA. But the expected stuff sounds really pretty good.
Yeah. What's his strikeout rate versus righties?
18%, but he has a 13% swinging strike rate, which is like super elite. Like this.
So is it the control then? Like he's just not like
314 BABIP.
I mean, that's average. I mean,
it's average.
I mean, obviously it's slightly above. I mean, yes, we know Houston's offense has largely struggled, so
I'm just trying to find anything else, really.
I mean, you talk about strikeouts being the king here, and this is a guy that for last year, big strikeout guy, started the year, big strikeout guy. Strikeouts have disappeared. On a small slate, you probably throw a dart here, but again, the weather. I don't know if this means the wind's blowing out. It just says winds out west to southwest at 12 miles an hour.
Winds out.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude.
And 91 degrees.
We'll obviously get confirmation if winds are out tomorrow when not John Weatherman and Real Weatherman tells us.
Yeah. No doubt.
I honestly, and just looking at this, John, everyone's going to play Logan Evans. I just realized
$6,500 Logan Evans versus.
He's not even good. He's not even like great, but he's
10 ground ball outs.
Yeah, he's going to get ground ball outs, and he's against the White Sox.
Sure. Catcher position then. Again, can find a spot to spend up. Ivan Herrera got the Scooble today. Guy can't be stopped. $5K for him. Augustin Ramirez is $4,100. Obviously feels pretty good for him there. Cubs have been double catching and they sent down
Ballesteros.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they do it again, you get Amaya at $3,500, Caros $3,400. Pajes, guy won someone $86,000 yesterday. On the King of the Diamond. So there's certainly some catcher spots here. Yanier, if you're not going Taj, 32. Carantini, 29.
Yep.
You
Nothing else to add.
Not really much else to add there. First base. Where are we looking?
Bush is definitely fine for home runs. Torkelson in the reverse split spot. Payante reverse splits guy. Aranda, that's tough. Yandy just the price is a yo-yo back up to 43 after it being 38 after it was 43. Oh no, he hasn't. Oh no, he has the Tampa spot too. No, not playing Yandy.
I was gonna say, yeah, not against Brown. I like obviously Wilson Contreras, 3,900 against Ends. Eanes,
yeah,
whatever that is.
He's not even an option on the slate.
Yeah, can't pick him there. So,
Ryan
O'Hearn versus Patrick's 41. Miguel Vargas again, someone you can probably always take a look at. Maybe a spot for you to go back to Rowdy.
Who does it show for you for Detroit starter? Does it show Brent Herter?
Detroit has who for against St. Louis? No, I have ENNS ends. Refresh here.
They have what I see is Brent Herter starting for Detroit
on your DraftKings.
Yeah,
I'll refresh and see if it's changed. Now I have Herter, still a lefty though.
Yeah, still lefty, but he's a
Brent Herter.
Yeah, he's a
relief pitcher.
Yeah, because I know Olsen hit the IL, so I wonder what they're gonna do. This is interesting.
Fangraphs got a starter.
Yeah, let's see what Fangraphs. Let's see what they got for us. It says this one says Dietrich Ends.
That's who DraftKings initially had, and now it switched to Herter.
So Dietrich Ends, John.
Yeah.
Is 34 years old. He started his baseball career in 2012 for the New York Yankees. Okay. He pitched in the majors in 21. That was his first 2017. And he's been in the MPB and the KBO since 22, 23, 24. He's made 9 starts for AAA. In Detroit, he has a 2.70 ERA, 4.3 xFIP, but he is, again, 34 years old.
So, back to what I was saying, St. Louis feels pretty good here.
Yes. And if Herter starts, that's also fine because...
Yeah. I mean, it could be Herter opening and ends in afterwards, right? So, could be a bunch of things there. Anything else for you at first?
Miguel Vargas if you're being different, Rowdy Tellez if you want to play a cheap home run, Colt Keith if you want to play a cheap home run.
Sure. Second base, Polanco 51 up top. You said Palante is reverse split, so
yeah, he's been reverse splits for a couple of years.
So Gleiber would be good here at 48 then.
Yep.
Brendan Donovan lefty, but that doesn't matter as we've shown before. He just hits everybody. Nico Horner's been pretty good lately. That offense in general has been good. So
yeah,
Jackson Holiday is still $3,600. So
yeah, Jackson Holiday is just the plug here, especially on a smaller slate too.
Yeah,
where there's not a lot to like at all. He's going to be a very chalky play.
I agree with you. Third base. Man, this is gross. Arenado, I guess, right? Or Paredes. You guess your Taj. Well, okay, let's be honest. You're not pitching Bradley in our Roto League tomorrow, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'll wake up and get an official diagnosis of the weather.
On the weather, yeah. Well, Paredes or Norby probably are the two guys I would go here.
Yeah, you could and
Yeah.
McKinstry. I would.
Oh, Matt Shaw. Lock him in.
Yeah, Matt Shaw. This is the first main slate we've got Matt Shaw since he's
Right?
been back.
He's been great. He's been great since he's
Great.
back. Another 2 hits today.
I know Payante has been reverse splits, but like they hit McKinstry third, and with how good those guys around him have been, like I wouldn't shy away from that. I'll confirm it.
Okay.
Lefties have actually killed him too this year.
Okay.
So lefties have 206 ISO this year.
Oh, he's going to be in some trouble then because this Tigers team,
It's good.
a lot of lefties. Shortstop, Dansby is your top price guy. Gunner's cheaper. It's 44.
Holy cow!
He's 46 on
You just gotta plug him. You just gotta plug him. You just gotta plug
on
him.
this slate. It's either Mason, Win. It's like those 3, right? Like
you gotta
Gunner, Pena, Win.
He's gonna be the highest roster player of the day.
Yeah. You have mentioned on a few slates that Chase Meadroth has been pretty good.
Yes. Stole another base. 4 in his last 5 games. Multi-hit game.
He's a big contact guy. He's like a poor man's Jacob Wilson.
Poor man's Jacob Wilson. I like that.
Because Jacob Wilson's going to hit 340. Meadroth's going to hit like 290. And that's probably it. It's short.
Yeah, you could play Crawford. You could play Sweeney.
Sure.
Like either of those guys are good last pieces in.
Outfield. Tucker homer today. Yeah, PCA.
They moved him to third, by the way. They moved that lineup around. They shifted him down to third.
What did they do for their lineup today?
The Cubbies?
Mm-hmm. Hap, Saya, Tucker.
Yeah, Hap, Saya, Tucker. They moved
Kelly hitting cleanup.
Kelly fourth. They hit Dansby up in the order, and they hit PCA sixth.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting lineup.
We'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll see. If there's no Kelly in the lineup, they probably rearrange that around again. So, anyways, all the Cubbies, your top 3 guys here. Mentioned Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter's down here, $4,200. Stowers versus Hortons, 46.
Boy, he hit so many home runs.
I mean, dude, the O's wish they had this guy on their team.
Yes, they would. Yes, can confirm.
Anything else for you on this mid range?
I mean, I would play Sedmol. The power has been there lately for Cedric Mullins. I'd be okay playing him. I'd be okay playing Javi Baez in the spot against Payante. Is Jackson Chourio this bad? Maybe.
He might be for now.
Is Christian Yelich just bad? Maybe. Like, seemingly, these players are that bad.
Haps all the way to 4K.
Yeah, Hap if you're stacking there. We talked McKinstry. Altuve's really cheap. Jake Myers is really cheap. If you want to play those players.
36, leadoff hitter. Right?
Yeah, leadoff hitter. Derek Hill, just monster power, dude, if he's in the lineup. Cam Smith 3K.
Dude, why not?
I was racing you to get to Cam Smith 3K. What did we? They lost. They
1 for 4. 1 for 4 tonight for Cam Smith.
1 for 4. Yeah. But boy, that single. Oh,
dude, probably a laser.
Probably the hardest hit ball of the year.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I was gonna try to waste everybody's time and scroll through to see if I could find it, but I won't do that to you guys.
I was too.
110.9.
Oh god,
an hour.
That's at least
absolute laser beam.
He should at least be 3,200.
That should count as 2 hits.
Yeah.
All right, so build our lineups around Cam Smith today.
Yes, obviously.
Brown, and then
Jackson Holiday.
And then
Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, probably right. Holiday, Hendo. Honestly, it's probably Sugano again, just as our SP2 here.
McKinstry at third. Norby, Shaw.
I I do like Shaw. McKinstry, if you think Piante's splits are going to get to him there.
Just play Shaw. Shaw's good. Shaw's been really good since getting recalled.
I mean, I imagine we're just going to go Sagano. That's 4,800. Do we just like stack?
Ooh, that's good, dude. That's really good.
Go half down here, 4K. And that is 55. Gets us PCA or Seiya. Seiya for the 1-2.
Yeah, Seiya would.
Because then we get the 9-1-2 Cubs.
Yeah, Seiya fits better.
Okay. Brown,
I don't hate stacking against Max Meyer like this, but I understand it.
Right. Brown, Sagano, Diaz, Bush, Holiday, Shaw, Henderson, Smith, Happ, and Seiya. Example lineup. Again, get in that Discord. 7-day free trial going on. We'll talk to you guys for the day slate. We'll be live at 5 for the 6:45 main slate. Playbook will be out for that as well, everybody. Until then, we'll talk to you later.